wasn't pregnant in that specific
You weren't pregnant
scene,
there.
But yeah.
Being Wonder Woman is hard enough as it is, so we were stunned when we found out that you were actually pregnant while filming Justice League. Gal Gadot, you bring a whole new meaning to the term superhero. You were barely showing in Justice League, but you were a whopping 5 months pregnant while filming Wonder Woman reshoots.
And I just had a funny costume. They cut a big triangle and painted green.
This way, they could use visual effects to flatten out your baby bump.
I don't know. Is anyone gonna buy it?
Tons of female stars have had to hide their pregnancies while on set, which isn't the easiest thing to do. Producers found clever ways to hide their leading ladies' pregnant bellies, from hiding their midsections behind props to dressing them in oversized sweaters to creating new storylines in which their characters were actually pregnant. Watch until the end to find out which popular sitcom had to hide not one but 2 pregnancies at the same time.
Ooh.
Julie Bowman on Modern Family.
Say baby!
Baby!
One of the best TV shows on ABC is hands down Modern Family. The hit TV series took the world by storm in 2009, but filming the show's pilot episode would be a lot more challenging than directors intended it to be, and that's because Julie Bowman, who plays Claire Dunphy, was pregnant with twins. Modern Family executives had their work cut out for them when casting the lead roles for the show. They wanted to find the perfect actors, and they knew that Julie was the ideal candidate to play Phil Dunphy's eccentric wife. Problem was, she was super pregnant, so to hide her huge baby bump, Claire was made to cover up her midsection with pillows, laundry baskets, and cereal boxes. Producers dressed her in oversized clothing, and everything went according to plan. You really couldn't tell that Julie was weeks away from delivering twins. Anna Paquin on True Blood. Turns out being pregnant with twins isn't that uncommon, especially for celebrities. Much like Julie Bowman, Anna Paquin was pregnant with twins while filming season 5 of True Blood. She wasn't just a little pregnant though, she was 6 months pregnant. Anna, who portrayed Sookie Stackhouse, is married to her True Blood co-star Stephen Moyer.
You're our first.
And they were super excited to welcome their twins, Charlie and Poppy, into the world. But before they could do that, they had to continue filming like nothing was out of the ordinary. And producers came up with some super clever ways to hide Sookie's stomach. While Sookie would usually wear daring outfits to bed, she opted for loose PJs. And if she wasn't hiding behind a desk, a car, or a book, Sookie was showcased hugging a pillow. But Anna and Steven weren't the only True Blood co-stars to get pregnant with twins. Did you know that Sam Trammell, who played Sam Merlot on the show, also has a set of twins? What are the odds of that? Kelly Rutherford on Gossip Girl. Kelly Rutherford has made a name for herself as one of the most dramatic actresses of all time. She starred in TV dramas like Melrose Place, Gossip Girl,
Vanderwoodsons share more than you could possibly imagine.
and Pretty Little Liars, The Perfectionist. But did you know that Kelly was actually pregnant while filming the 2nd season of Gossip Girl? That's right, back in 2008, Kelly was expecting, so producers had to get a little creative. While some shows will choose to create a pregnancy storyline for their characters, a 3rd child just wasn't in the works for Lily Vanderwoodson. So she was made to cover up her baby bump in some of the most ridiculous ways. Instead of wearing tight-fitting clothing, Lily was shown wearing large coats, scarves, and gowns. In some cases, Lily would be given huge handbags and made to hold them over her belly. And when they ran out of options, Lily was given a newspaper as camouflage. The whole ordeal was pretty hilarious, but in the end, many viewers never once suspected that she may be pregnant in real life. ZOE Deschanel on New Girl. If you love ZOE Deschanel, you probably made it a point to binge watch every episode of New Girl.
Nicholas, you have to introduce me.
Yeah, of course.
But did you notice that Zoe was actually pregnant while filming season 5 of the show? Instead of focusing on the plot around Zoe's baby bump, the show's writers cooked up one of the wackiest storylines of all time. Zoe, who plays Jess, was summoned for jury duty. This way, Zoe could hide her pregnant belly behind the juror's bench. When that got boring, Zoe left the show for a total of 7 episodes, and showrunners spiced things up by adding Megan Fox to the casting list. Megan played the role of Reagan, a woman who briefly moved into the guy's apartment.
It's very obvious.
But even before Jess was sequestered, showrunners crafted up a way to hide her pregnancy. Jess was made to take a bad fall down the stairs, which resulted in her breaking a few bones and being bedridden. Once in her bed, Zoe could hide her belly under a pile of blankets. Lisa Kudrow and Courtney Cox on Friends. Earlier, we mentioned that there was a sitcom that had to hide not one, but 2 pregnancies. But we're not talking about Friends. Sure, both Lisa and Courtney got pregnant while filming the show, but their pregnancies didn't happen at the same time. Stay tuned to find out which shows leading ladies got pregnant during the very same season. But first, let's talk about Friends. We all know how Phoebe agreed to be a surrogate mother of her brother's triplets. Well, she didn't know it would be triplets at the time, but that's beside the point. But did you know that Lisa Kudrow was pregnant for real? That's right, she wasn't acting.
I'm telling you, being pregnant is no piece of cake. Ooh, cake.
And in season 10, it was Courtney's turn to get pregnant. However, the writers couldn't work her pregnancy into the storyline because at this point, Monica and Chandler were in the process of adopting a child because they couldn't conceive on their own. While Lisa didn't have to hide her baby bump, Monica covered hers up by wearing baggy shirts. Are you subscribed to the things yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Press that big red subscribe button and click that bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. If you love keeping up with your favorite celebs, TV shows, and movies, you'll love our channel. Go into your YouTube settings and turn on notifications if you're watching on your mobile. Now, back to on-set pregnancies. Melissa Fumero on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If you're a fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, then you know that Jake and Amy are total couple goals. But you should also know that Amy and Jake aren't exactly ready to be parents yet. They've thought about it, but the showrunners didn't want to rush the couple's storyline. So when Melissa Fumero, who plays Amy, revealed that she was pregnant, showrunners had to think outside the box. And that wasn't a problem, considering that the entire show takes place outside of the box. Instead of trying to hide Melissa's belly by using crafty camera tricks, writers used Melissa's predicament as fuel.
Do I look pregnant?
I mean,
They created an interesting twist that placed Amy in a women's prison. Amy was asked to go undercover in a women's prison, and to make herself look unthreatening, Amy pretended to be pregnant. This storyline allowed Amy to prance around with her pregnant belly in full view. Still, some viewers had no idea that Melissa was pregnant in real life. Did you know Melissa was actually pregnant? Tell us in the comments. Kerry Washington on Scandal. Kerry Washington portrayed Olivia Pope on the hit TV series Scandal from 2012 to 2018.
I'm sick of being comforted. I'm sick of fighting and losing.
But in 2014, Kerry would face one of the biggest challenges of her acting career. Kerry, who was the leading lady of the series, announced that she was pregnant for the very first time. But since a pregnancy didn't make sense for Olivia's storyline on the show, showrunners decided to hide Kerry's pregnancy from their viewers. Hiding her pregnancy wasn't a hard thing to do. Producers used the usual tricks, which consisted of hiding her belly behind oversized handbags, lampshades, and folders. However, Kerry experienced some hardships of her own during her pregnancy. The actress opened up about how difficult it was for her to act while pregnant. Her body was going through so many changes, and focusing on her acting duties proved to be most challenging. Thankfully, the show's writer, the one and only Shonda Rhimes, had already planned to air a shorter season, so everything worked out perfectly for Kerry. Ellen Pompeo on Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy is one of the longest-running TV series in America, and it would be nothing without its amazing writer, Shonda Rhimes, and its leading lady, Ellen Pompeo. Ellen has portrayed Dr. Meredith Grey for a total of 16 seasons. She spent a good portion of her life walking in Meredith's shoes.
My medical license should not be in this man's hands. He is dangerous.
But in season 6, Ellen decided to start a family of her own, and since Ellen's character wasn't ready to get pregnant, showrunners decided to hide her pregnant belly. They accomplished this by dressing Meredith in large surgical gowns and primarily filming her from the chest and shoulders up. Once Ellen gave birth, the show's writers wanted to make sure that the new mom would have plenty of time to adjust, so they gave her a total of 4 weeks off and slowly reintroduced her into the series. Amy Poehler on Parks and Recreation. Amy Poehler is a famed comedian who has supplied us with entertainment since she first stepped onto the scene in the late 1990s. She got her start on Saturday Night Live before starring in her very own TV series.
Operation Soaring Falcon is in its final stages.
Parks and Recreation was a total hit. It aired from 2009 to 2015, and Amy's character, Leslie Knope, is still by far one of the most well-written characters of all time. She's known for her eccentric ways and her hard-to-love personality. But did you know that Amy was pregnant while filming the second half of season 2? Well, neither did we until now. Producers chose against writing Amy's pregnancy into the series. They managed to keep Leslie behind her desk for as long as possible. Then the show took an extended hiatus to give Amy a well-deserved break. Alyson Hannigan and COBIE SMULDERS on How I Met Your Mother. Hiding one pregnancy is hard enough as it is, but hiding two is a whole other ballgame. You might be surprised to find out that both ALYSON Hannigan and COBIE SMULDERS were pregnant while filming season 4 of How I Met Your Mother. ALYSON, who played Lily on the show, was the first to announce her pregnancy, and then soon after, COBIE, who played Robin, also spilled the beans. The leading ladies of the show hid their pregnancies by wearing loose clothing. They also made it a point to hold large objects over their midsections. In the end, showrunners chose to omit ALYSON and COBIE's pregnancies from the script. Their characters just weren't ready to become parents. Funny enough, Lily's pregnant belly was showcased in a flashback scene in the episode titled The Possumable. And then when ALYSON disappeared from the show after hearing Barney's super dirty joke,
and we didn't see Lily for 4 weeks.
She was actually on maternity leave. Both ALYSON and COBIE were thrilled to go through their first pregnancies together. And that's a wrap on the 10 stars who had to hide their pregnancies on set. Were you shocked to find out that some of these leading ladies were pregnant in real life? Sound off in the comments. Thanks for watching The Things. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. We'll see you next time.